All right, welcome back now to Primetime Sports Monday. Now, as the measures to combat COVID-19 tighten across the world, a number of sportspersons are feeling the effects. Today, TVJ Sports spoke to the nation's top two table tennis players, Simon Tomlinson and Kane Watson, who are currently in self-isolation, having returned to the island from Europe.
They're closing down all the borders between Europe, the US, everywhere basically. So we got one of the last flights going out. We went to Panama first and then head back to Jamaica.
A video uploaded to the nation's #1 table tennis player Simon Tomlinson's YouTube page chronicles the moments he and the nation's #2 Kane Watson began their journey back to Jamaica from Spain.
Everybody's wearing masks. The entire 2 planes that we've been on so far, everybody's full of masks. There's many cases in Spain. Thankfully, the area that we're coming from wasn't touched that badly. No reported cases there, but the town over Vigo had 2 cases up to when we left.
Spain is one of the hardest hit countries in the world in terms of COVID-19, with reports of close to 10,000 cases and over 300 deaths. The two are now back in the island and are currently in self-isolation under the advice of officials from the Ministry of Health.
First, we presented our documents on the immigration form we had to state where we have been in the past 6 weeks. And with Spain being a red flag, they pulled us aside and carried us to a quarantine area where medical staff saw us and gave us a rundown of we have to be in self-quarantine for 14 days. Yeah. After doing our temperature and asking us questions of having any symptoms.
But Spain isn't the only COVID-19 hit country the two have visited over the last few months. They also had stints in Los Angeles in the United States, as well as Sweden and Portugal. But why the decision to self-isolate together?
Well, seeing that the way the disease is passed on, if I have it, Simon would have it already. Or if Simon has it, I would definitely catch it because, we've been around each other every single day for the past 10 weeks training, getting prepared. So to go in self-isolation separately, we'd probably be around people somewhere there or other.
Their Olympic hopes are also now in limbo, as a number of qualification tournaments have now either been postponed or cancelled.
Well, preparation-wise, we're not very happy. We've made pretty giant steps in the last 2.5 months. So for it to be hindered like this is not something anybody could have predicted, of course. But it's not the most encouraging feeling right now. Of course, the Olympics is what you look forward to as an athlete. So for us to potentially be held from participating or from the games being held, it is definitely not the most encouraging feeling. But it's nobody's fault, so we have to just cope with it as best as we can.
And Tomlinson and Watson say they are getting regular checks from ministry officials.
Yes, the Ministry of Health, they actually got here a few minutes ago. They left a couple minutes ago. So they came and did a little checkup, made us sign or quarantine orders, and told us how to track any symptoms we may or may not have. So we're being thoroughly checked up, and they called us yesterday as well. So they're following up.
Despite the uncertainty over how soon they'll return to the courts, both players say they are doing as many home exercises as they can to maintain their fitness.